Hey everybody, it's me Ryan Chowder, and this is the third running week of our Cyberathlete Insight show. This is the post game show where we're going to be giving post match interviews to two of the team captains that played, Mex, aka Strogus, or Land and Land for City Go Shock. Strogus, sorry, I didn't say Strogus plays for Emerald. So let me get my co-host Aristotle on the stream, and we can talk about the game that just happened. Hey man, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm a little amazed as to how quick Maralt just swept City Ghost Hawk under the rug there. It was
Right?
amazing to watch.
And I'm sure the audience doesn't know this bit. Me and Aristotle, we held a little, a little bet ourselves on his stream, and I won again.
Yep.
This is your fourth loss in a row, I think.
Yeah. Aristotle did not make predictions. He did philosophy. So 0-3 as we speak. Not proud of it.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about the teams that played? What do you think about Emerald, especially because you were praising them quite a lot throughout your stream?
Yeah. As the match started and I was 0-3, I asked you to pick a team just for experimental purposes, and you said Maralt, and so I kind of started to watch them, and man, they just stood out to me personally. I just really liked the way that they played, the way they executed. You could tell that a lot of communication was going on there.
Yeah, and I'm sure the audience doesn't want to keep waiting for these interviews. So let's bring on our first guest, Land from City Go Shock. Hi, man. How you doing?
Hey.
Hello. And we have our translator for you, Daniel, on the side. So
hello.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Land?
My English very bad.
My English very bad. 他是说你现在心情怎么样？
就一般般吧，我是觉得一般般，就觉得第一张图其实是不应该输的啦，但是第二张图我们输的无话可说。
He was saying he's feeling on average and for the first match they could have done better. Yeah.
So they think that the first match they could have done better. All right. I just want to ask him. What does he think his team could have done better exactly in those two matches? Because the first match I felt was very close, but the second was just was much more dominant for Emerald. So I just want to know what he thought they could have done better.
OK 他们是想问你在第一场比赛那个竞争是看起来非常近的，那你们觉得你们在哪一方面可以做得比较好呢？对于第一场和第二场比赛，
我觉得应该是进攻的时候吧，因为进攻很多时候我们是能装得了包的，但是我们却没有守好这个包，就后面处理不适当了，细节没有做得特别好。
Okay, he has mentioned that during the attacking phase, they could have done better, especially when securing the spike. And they were being careless at the later stage of the match as well, not going into the details and being careless.
I see. And was there point where the players gave up on their team? Was there any point in the match? Yeah.
OK， 有没有什么情况你们的队友会选择要放弃呢？半途放弃的这种态度？
基本上我们的队员其实对于这种比赛都是蛮热情，然后蛮有学习的心态，就也很激进，所以基本上不会有半途放弃这种感觉。
Okay. He has mentioned that actually the team spirit was doing well, and they are having the right attitude in terms of learning from experience and so forth. So they are
Hmm.
actually doing it pretty well, even though they lost the game.
I see. And speaking of experience, how experienced is your team? Like, how are the players? How how familiar are the players with each other on your team? Have you guys been playing for a long time? Or
OK 他是问你对于你们的队的那个经验，你们有参加很多别的比赛吗？还是已经在一起玩了多久了？
基本上我们每一位队员在台湾的业余比赛都有队伍了，所以我们都是各自打各自的居多，或是跟自己的队伍练习。
那大概一起玩了多久呢？
大概如果真的算起来的话，应该是1-2个月吧。就是那时候台湾资格赛开始的时候。
OK. He was mentioning that actually for every of his teammates, they already belong to a roster somewhere. They have their own individual teams, so they have
okay,
been playing together for maybe about just 2 months.
that's interesting. That's really interesting. So does he think that this team could stick together for other tournaments? Like hypothetically, they this tournament finishes right, and they drop out. Could we see them competing in other tournaments in the future?
OK，他的问题是会问你改次你们会不会用同样的队伍去参加别的比赛呢？会不会有这个可能性？
基本上在台湾的话，只有因为我们都是学生，我们就是只会打学生的比赛会组一起而已。其他大比赛像那种社会人士参与的，我们是不会一起组的。
所以还是有这个可能性，对吧？
应该是没有，就学校才有。如果是学生才可以参与的，我们才会参与。
OK，好。They were mentioning that actually is the only possibility is that they come together because of the school competition. So most likely they will not take part as a team or other competition.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Okay. So obviously the road for this championship is not over. What do they want to? What are they? How are they perform? How are they preparing for the next match? Seeing as they go against Benutian Proud, if I'm not mistaken.
OK，江于你们下一场比赛你们会进行怎么样的准备呢？
现场比赛吗？
不是，就是你们下一局的比赛，因为你们会在lower bracket 对别的队伍嘛，你们会怎么样比赛或者准备？
可能会多一点战术配套吧，因为毕竟我们现在是没什么战术，都是靠临场沟通在打的。
哦，OK。Okay, he was saying that they would actually prepare more strategy for the matches because they are mainly depending on communication on the match itself instead of going in with a game plan to cater to different situations.
Right. Okay. Well, I just want to thank him for taking his time to answer this interview, and I. So yeah, just thank you for answering.
All right. 他们是说想谢谢你接受我们这个采访。
Bye bye.
拜拜。
Yeah, bye.
好，
What do you think of that, dude?
Very interesting. I had no idea that they were, on different rosters or whatever, and
Yeah,
they'd only been playing together for 2 months. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that surprised me. And
Yeah.
he said unless like it's only for school, they wouldn't be like together for like future tournaments. So
Yeah, that's
interesting.
sad, but it was really cool to see them play. I think they gave Maralt a run for their money, regardless of the score. I think they held their head high and they continued to move forward, and that was impressive.
Right. And I forgot to say this earlier a bit. If anyone in the chat has any questions, feel free to ask them. We will be taking them. You can also ask questions on hashtag Ask Aristotle on Twitter, and he will receive them. So let's get into the next interview, right?
Yeah.
Mex or Strogus from Team Emerald, the one that won. They bring him in. Hey man, how are you doing?
Good, good. early.
How are you feeling after this win, dude? Is it a big win for you guys, right?
Yeah, but I think I kind of messed up playing Cypher because I started playing Cypher like 3 days ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
glad that my teammates can cover it up. We did well
What?
when yeah
Sorry. What would you say is your main then? What do you normally play as?
before the dispatch. I normally play Killjoys, so I
Ah,
try to play Cypher. Yeah.
I see.
what was the? Was there any reason why you wanted to change things up, play Cypher?
I watch many tournaments. They 97% playing Cypher instead of Killjoy. So I try
Hmm,
to practice Cypher.
Hmm.
I see. And do you see yourself with doing that in the future in other
Yeah,
matches? You
playing
you
Cypher
do?
is really cool. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into some of the into some of your team performance. Was there a how do you what do you think your team did really well that match? We saw like the first match was very close, and
Yeah.
the second match you guys you dominated them like the whole time, right?
We did well when we're at attacking. We can kill
Hmm.
them one by one because they always play retake. So it's
Right.
kind of easy to enter a site.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
And we also saw that you subbed out what is it? Raphaeline.
Riflein. Yeah.
Raphaeline for May. Sorry, Mei.
May.
And what was the reason for that substitution? And could you also tell me what role Mei plays in how what role she plays in your team in your roster?
Riflein have another tournament with his teams,
Oh
and
wow,
yeah, May plays duelist. Normally duelist. Yeah.
Hmm.
I see. So was that would you say that was a good substitution? Like what is it? Duelist like class wise? Would you say? Not many changes made to the rest of your team.
Uh, uh, can you repeat the question?
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Seeing as like Mei went in and
Yeah.
she did very well for your team, right?
Yep.
I assume your answer is like, oh, like your answer is that she made the team like she made it easier for the rest of your team, as in like because she did so well. Oh,
I
someone in
think
chat says, sorry, you gonna
I think
say?
it's the same because Riflein plays duelist also, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And May is pretty good too. So I think it's the same.
I see. Someone in chat says, who's the strongest opponent in this tournament in your opinion? Who's the one to watch out for? Who do you
I
think?
think it's Venusian OP in
Really?
Ooh.
Venusian squad. Yeah.
And that's your next opponent, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So, so what do you think going into this next match with Bidosian OP? What are you
So
thinking?
against Venusian OP, we beat them like 3-0 in Indonesia qualifiers finals. But I really
Oh,
believe they're a lot better now. We will
Okay.
try to beat them again.
Hmm.
would you say there's a bit of a rivalry between you two? Like
Yeah,
whoever, yeah.
of course. Yeah.
All right,
Ooh.
all right.
Interesting.
So how long have your I'm using the other question I used. Sorry, the
Mm.
other question I asked the other team captain. How long have you guys been playing together? How familiar is your team with each other?
We all from Jakarta, right? So back in
Yep.
the CS days, we met a lot in LAN tournament, but in
Hmm.
different teams. I think it's
Hmm.
safe to say we know each other for the 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Wow. But you guys haven't been playing together the whole time, right?
No, no,
Hmm.
Wow. So you
different
guys
teams.
do
Yeah,
know. So you guys have that bit of chemistry, I guess, coming into this tournament.
yeah, I think so because we know each other as a person. Yeah.
And with that, it's safe to say that. Is it safe to say that we can expect to see you guys in other tournaments aside from just CVCI? Do you think so?
I I think the change is slim because my teammates is from
Oh,
a big team. Like
Hmm.
Ryzen is from Onyx, Riflein is from Somnium, Budimaster is
hmm,
from Elekbosa.
I
We
see.
afraid that the schedule is messed up because there's a
Mm,
lot Valorant tournament in Southeast Asia.
Hmm.
Of course, they
all right.
join the tournament
Yeah.
with their teams.
I see.
So yeah, so how are you gonna prepare for the next match? Are you guys gonna watch, old games of Venusian OP? You're just gonna do
Uh,
practices?
to be
What are you
honest, we
gonna
never practice together. Basically, we just improvise our
Wow.
plays.
And you
Wow.
guys
But
still do so
sometimes,
well. You guys still do
yeah,
so well. Wow.
because we got a big player from big team.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. I mean, yeah, I feel like you guys are a big you guys are one you guys are a one you know you guys are one you I'm so sorry. You guys are indeed like ones to watch in this tournament, and you guys said yourself you guys beat Venusian OP 3-0 in your qualifier,
Yeah,
and
finals.
I'm sure everyone is looking forward to meeting you guys, seeing you guys, face each other in the next round.
Yeah,
And I don't want to take too much time off, so thank you so much for answering these questions, man.
yeah, you're welcome. No problem, bro.
All right, man. See
See you
you,
next
dude.
week.
Wow.
Very cool,
A-
man.
learning a lot about these players and teams,
Hmm.
especially the fact that like so many of these players, come from different rosters within the country. They face so many other tournaments without like each other, and
Yeah, yeah, it's very
and
interesting how they
yeah,
can not practice at all and then perform at such a
right.
level. It's just amazing to me. I mean, I couldn't pull off one of those plays if I was lucky, much less play a
Listen,
whole game like that. That's insane. That's insane.
yeah, you could take them in Rocket League, right?
Maybe a different game. Yeah, maybe not Valorant.
Hmm. Well, I'm those two matches are really, 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 really fun to watch, and I'm really excited for next week's batch games, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely. Who do we have, by the way? Do you have that on you?
who do we have next week? Let me check real quick.
Yeah.
Next week, I think we have let's see, loser 16. That will be City Go Shock against Medusian Proud, I think next week,
Okay.
and Stormtree versus Underdogs.
Man, we got a pretty good lineup. We're gonna
Two,
see Ghost Hawk again next week.
I find it interesting that City Go Shock are gonna go again next week, so we're gonna be talking to the team captain again. So stay tuned for that, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah, that'll be fun to hear from. How their mindset has changed from now to then.
Mm-hmm.
We could only hope
So
that it's a positive change.
yeah, well, I guess we'll see if they actually learn from this game, right? If they actually put their heads up high and
Yeah,
grind towards that victory.
yeah.
I think that'll be me. That'll be it for me. Do you have any other things you want to say?
Yeah, as Ryan said earlier, as the matches are going, or even before the matches start, later on in the week or so, you guys can always just use the hashtag Ask Aristotle, and we'll
Hmm.
both see those questions and we'll survey them, and we may use them next time we interview someone. As you guys saw recently or earlier, previously in this interview, we actually asked a question that one of our guests or viewers wanted, and it was a great question. So yeah,
Hmm.
do that, and be sure to follow us on all social medias. You can find me at Aristotle. This Wednesday we're going to be dropping another top 3 plays of the week. We dropped one this
It's gonna
past
be hard.
Wednesday. Yeah, it's going to be hard to
It's gonna
pick.
be hard to choose, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we've
many
got
good plays today.
a lot of plays written down here. But if you guys do want to watch last week's, that is on TikTok at Aristotle OG.
And yeah, once again, thank you to all the partners, to all the universities, to all the players for participating, and obviously to you guys. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see each other. We'll see you. We'll see you next week. We'll see you on if you guys watch our top 3 plays, and I think that'll be it. All right, man.
All right.
Thank you, Aristotle, for joining me. Thank you, everyone.
Peace.